Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody! Hopefully no trailers come out before the Super Bowl. Either way, I'm not going to rush off of here if anything does happen. I'll just wait as long as nobody spoils anything. How's everybody doing? What's up, Busy? Sheena was able to make it today. Hell yeah. So you guys are excited for the game. What's up, D. Cole? Apparently, the director of the Marvels said Galactus was originally supposed to be in the Marvels, but it was ultimately cut. I'd be curious where that came from, where that interview was. It's the first I've heard of that little tidbit. Wish canon Luke was more like Legends Luke. Likewise. Very much so true. Have I played Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League yet? There is never going to be a yet. I have no intention of playing this game. Since before any story details were known about this game, I have actively been a hater. I have not had any hopes or desires to play this game, even all the way back to when it was announced. And I still do not. Who knows? That could always change in the future, but right now, I absolutely do. I have negative interest in playing that game. What's up, Jamie? Percy Jackson was indeed renewed for a second season. Let's go. Some Naked Snake. I'm doing pretty good. A little curious to see how bad the onslaught's going to be later tonight. What's up, Sheena? Hope you're feeling well. Got our boy Busy in here. Good morning, from here, mate. Hope you do some found footage horror movies like Wreck, Afflicted, As Above, So Below, Cloverfield, etc. Well, all of those I've seen except for Afflicted. All of those I've seen in theaters. Hell, I was there like day one for Cloverfield in theater when it came out. The whole ad campaign leading up to that movie had me so hyped. That was like one of the first movies I remember going to see like in college with everybody when we were kind of off on our own. What's up, Brain of Jen? How are you doing? How'd you rank the doctors in Doctor Who from 9 to 15? Okay, when you were going to say like, when you said that initially, I was like, oh god, all of them? Oof. Hold on one second though. What's up, Cairo? Thank you for the super chat. I'm excited for Monkey Man. I think it being in English, that'll garner more appeal in the US. I still haven't watched anything for this. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I've heard the name pop up, but I haven't seen a trailer or really heard anybody talking about it outside of like, I think like the one day that the trailer dropped. So right now it's just not on the radar, but maybe I'll have to check it out. But 9 through 15. It's going to be 11, 10, 12, 14, 9, and then 13. What's up, Typical? What's up, Good Vibes? Dart Car. Hi from the UK. What's up, Glenn? Big D is in the chat. We're getting that Deadpool trailer, Deadpool 3 trailer soon. That is the word on the streets. Good day to you. You as well, Matthew. What's up, Michael? 6 questions, Lens. How are you doing? Have ever dropped a show you were reacting to because you didn't like it? To date, actually, no. I've stuck most of these shows out until they actually ended. I don't think there's a show I just never came back to, like dropped and never returned to. Most of them I saw through. You know, Titans was a show I hated. I hate season 1. Loathe it. Don't like it at all. Season 2, better, but still awful. And that's a show I ended up reacting to all the way through. I do think the first show I will not continue is probably going to be The Witcher. That is probably going to be a show I'm not going to be revisiting on the channel, at least. And who knows? That could change. But right now, I got no interest out of everything that show's been doing. Anytime it's given me some kind of inkling of improvement, I've been like, yeah, fuck this. It just keeps shooting you in the balls. What's up, Pink Noodle? Hello from South Africa. Well, shouts out down there. Tried to text your hair once, and then wondered how do you text your hair when it doesn't have a phone? Huh? Oh, you dork. That was a joke. Yes, there are some things, man, where I'm just a hater. Right now, it is Suicide Squad versus the Justice League, and then it, obviously Titans. But I've come around on Titans. It got better finally by season 3 and 4. But yeah, yep. I try not to hate too many things. What's up, KN? How am I liking season 2 of Halo? The reboot so far. Yeah, it very much so. It feels very different already in the writing, the pacing, all of that, and as well as a lot of the concepts. They just decided to say, fuck all that. Now, obviously, there's still a couple things I don't like that are lingering out, but maybe there will be a gradual resolution for some of those. But I mean, so far, I'm intrigued. I definitely like that first episode a lot, and the second one I had to kind of watch it again. And I appreciated it a lot more the second time. It was a very slower episode, but overall, it's a great I think it's a pretty decent little start. What's up, Aunt Gar? Sorry I wasn't there the day before. Had an electrical problem where I am. Well, I didn't stream yesterday, just to let everybody know. I had to postpone it. I moved it to today, just due to a collaborative effort that we put together with me and a couple of other reactors. It was super fun. Little passionate. So I'm Nick, glad to be catching another live stream. Just wondering, have you had a chance to watch any of the trailers for the first season of Falling Skies? Not yet. No, I have not been able to follow up on really anybody's suggestions, other than I've just been focused in on what I've been working on already. Especially you don't play the Suicide Squad, as it showed absolute disrespect to Kevin Conroy's send-off as Batman. We got another super chat from Cairo. What are your thoughts on a Highlander reboot with Henry Cavill involved? Well, there is one going on right now. I can't remember. Originally, I thought it was Ryan Reynolds was in the running to be the rebooted Highlander. I don't know if that's changed, but I remember there was a Ryan Reynolds Highlander reboot in the works. Henry Cavill, I'd be down. I think he'd work in that quite well. I'm very curious to see if we're ever going to actually see this thing come out, though. We're getting that Deadpool 3 trailer today. That is what they're saying. What's up, Zemi? I just want to say thanks for crying along with Hazbin Hotel. Heart moments, because I was worried I was the only one. No, I definitely don't think you were alone in that. And yeah, I'm an emotional little egg sometimes, and that show just had a really great way of just kind of slinking into the pits of our hearts and making us feel things when we're happy things and sad things and angry things. I love that show, man. Let's see. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Had to tear myself away from a Pedro interview for you, man. Oh, you don't have to go stretching yourself so thin right there. Oh, I know how hard that is for you to get away from good old Daddy Pedro. I think we'll get an Acolyte trailer tonight. Maybe a teaser. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, and a follow-up from Zemi. Hello from Ireland. One of these days, I will visit Ireland. That is 100% going to happen, unless I die first. Who knows? I've been thinking about making a Santa versus Deadpool movie. It'd be about Deadpool taking a job to kill Santa, and Santa pulls out a candy cane. That is a machete. You think it's a good idea? I mean, it's something that's been done in the comics before. Why not? It'd be a fun little special. What's up, Steve? How's your day been so far? It's been fine. I woke up around noonish. You had a little bit of a rage fest playing some Halo Infinite for a little while, and then tried to unwind a little bit. Worked on a couple clips and TikToks. I think finally kind of getting all the moments from Hazbin that I wanted to isolate and put on TikTok. Also, what did you think of the announcement that Cobra Kai Season 6 is filming as we speak? I mean, I expected them to be filming. I don't know. There's nothing I really feel like I need to feel about it. What's up, Sean? What's up, Marcus? I'm skipping your jokes, Stixie. FYI, Warrior, all 3 seasons are dropping on Netflix Friday. Hope it does well there and gets renewed for a 4th because it's so good. Well, I'm not trying to pressure you to react to it, just letting you know is all. I appreciate it, good vibes. Thank you for clarifying there. It is a show that has definitely been on my radar for a long time. So this, not saying that I'll be reacting to it anytime soon, but at least with it being on Netflix, it'll be a lot easier to kind of pinpoint. And if it gets restored or revived or reinvigorated because of it, that's awesome. What's up, Glenn? I hope we don't get a full trailer for Deadpool. Most we're going to get is a commentary from Ryan Reynolds in a suit, maybe a clip or two, as it's still filming. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes we get some chunks even while the filming is still ongoing. Are you going to watch the Deadpool 3 trailer during the Super Bowl? I will watch it when it's online. I'm not watching the Super Bowl, so don't worry about that. So hyped for Deadpool 3 trailer. Likewise. Elvas is pretty good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I want them to go ahead and address in the trailer how Logan is back and tied into the MCU. It's not the Logan. I mean, they've confirmed that. It's not the Logan from Logan. We don't know what Logan this is, so we'll have to wait and find out. What's a minion? Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Let's see. Will you be watching the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender? 1000%. Sort of looking forward to it, but with everything that's been said so far, I'm keeping my expectations low. Before the show comes out, I'm sure Passion Fruit is going to be releasing our long reactor discussion, like with me and a bunch of other people that have covered the show in some capacity or have some relationship with the show. I'm sure that episode will come out, so make sure to subscribe to Passion Fruit, the content creator channel, because we're going to have a reactors roundtable where we talk about a lot of our concerns, our expectations, and a long, lengthy love gushing about the original series. I'll be watching it. I'm keeping my mind open because with context, a lot of that can matter, a lot of that can change. So, but I will stand by what they have said is stupid, and they probably should have just never said any of it rather than bring any of the things they brought up at all. Even if it doesn't matter. Off to work while listening to your live stream. I hope you have a good day today. Hope it's an easy one for you. Hopefully too many people are distracted with the Super Bowl. Unless you work at a sports bar, then you're probably fucked. Currently watching your Stranger Things reactions on my TV as I type this. Hell yeah. Big screen reactions. I do that too. Not too long for the final Bad Batch series. So excited. What are you hoping to see? Not all of them die. That's something I'm hoping to see. It's not something I'm expecting to see, though. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to expect with the show other than more information on what they're working on at Mount Tannis. That's really it. If you're live during the time the Deadpool 3 trailer goes out, will you stop the stream to react to it or keep streaming and watch it live? I'm not going to watch it live, but I'm not going to stop for any of the trailers that come out. I'm just going to persist. I'm going to cut off for dinner, and then I will react to everything when I have time to react to anything. I'm not really going to rush anything right now. The Super Bowl doesn't even start until, like, what, 6:30 anyway? So, fuck it. We got time. I just saw the next series of Doctor Who is being labeled as Season 1, even though it's still a continuation of the current series, so it makes no sense. Well, I mean, they did the same thing with the original show. I mean, with the Revival series, it was Series 1. It reset. That's what this is. It's another reset. That's what the whole bi-generation thing did. You know, there's Doctor Who Classic, there's Doctor Who The Revival, and now there is new Doctor Who. That's all that is. It is stamping a new not a new continuity, but it's just a new jumping on point. Everything that has happened before still happened, just like with Classic. It's a continuation, but it's like a new series. It's a new portion, a new part of the Doctor's life. It's the show's already done this in the past. It's nothing new. Other shows have also done this as well. Season 2 is way better so far. Like, the action feels tense and there are scenes that feel atmospheric. Also, the plot lines seem all more interesting so far. Even got a cool Quan chase. The Quan thing, I'm like cautiously on guard with that character and Soren's storyline and everything to do with all of that. But everything has been truncated and streamlined with the destruction of Madrigal. So that helps. So that chase was awesome, though. It was really well choreographed, and her, like, skirting that roided out Howard Stark was fun. I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, we've got her visions that still need to be addressed. But yeah, overall, it's a lot more zeroed in on the plot. Like, I don't feel we're getting too distracted. Hell, Soren being arrested also converges him back with everything else. So, because if he gets returned to Reach, to Oni, that consolidates that storyline. And with Quan on the run and stuff like that, everything is going to converge. And we're not going to have A, B, C plots going on, theoretically. So I'm being optimistic. I still had a little bit of a jank. I still thought there was some jank in there, just not nearly as much as we've seen in the first season at all. Though the McKee stuff still makes me roll my eyes. But who knows? I'm reserving judgment. What's up, Galaxy? Curious, have you thought about experimenting and going live on YouTube Shorts feed? Just found out you can do that. I did not. I had no idea you could do that. I don't know how I would be able to format this to work vertically, but I didn't know that was a possibility. I might have to play around with that, though. I mean, honestly, the easy resolution to that would just to be not popping up comments on screen. But yeah, I might have to look into that. Because I was thinking about how, you know, potentially like dual streaming and stuff like to like TikTok Live and stuff like that too, because I know like on what is it, Council of Creators, Chainsaw does that as well. What's up, Mercenary? What's my rating of all the live action Spider-Man movies? I've done this before. I'm not going to get behind on stream today. I don't recall if I saved that list though. I did. Okay, that helps. I did not save that list. I did not finish the list, apparently. I'm not going to go through all that. What's up, Janine? Because I have to think about that, because that always changes. You know what? God damn it. Don't fuck you about doing that. Anyway, so, No Way Home. Far From Home. Spider-Man 2. Homelander. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 3. Amazing Spider-Man 2. What's up, Janine? There's a chance that we get a Superman Legacy trailer before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, possible. It is possible, but I don't know. I expect it'll probably be next year. For your UK review viewers, Ted is now available on Sky Max. Hell yeah! I know a lot of you guys were waiting to get into that, so I'm glad that's finally out. What's up, Black Prism? You proceed to reach out to achieve your goals no matter what. Continue to keep on succeeding. Don't let anybody hold you back. You are amazing. Have a nice day. Stay safe and enjoy life. Well, thank you so much, Black Prism. Black. I was like Black, like this is your first name. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. I'm right back at you. Let's see. What is a series finale to a show you consider perfect or near perfect? Breaking Bad. Definitely 1000% Breaking Bad. The complete polar opposite of that, Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Never have I been, well, I don't know about never, but that's the worst finale I can think of off the top of my head. But as far as perfect finales, Breaking Bad, 1000%. Fortunately, I gotta go. I'll try to come by next week. See you later, man. Take it easy, Stixie. Have a good week in the interim. Will I be reacting to any of the Super Bowl trailers? I will. Just, it'll be later tonight whenever they come out. I mean, isn't it canon in the comments that Santa is a mutant? Do a Deadpool holiday special titled Deadpool Kills Christmas, where it's Deadpool's first Christmas in the MCU and he and Santa's got beef. That would be hilarious. It's a Val who's hyped for more Hell of a Boss. I know I am. Also, looks like we're getting more with Riz. Season 1, it was Chief plus Kai a lot, and the other two felt way less used, so it's nice getting more from her too. I really liked her whole segment, especially her interaction with Marvin Jones, with Prondon. That whole segment was really sweet. I liked seeing all of that. That's like, there's some really good character beats that are going on in this. You know, Vanek even got a couple little moments in this as well. Not much. I do hope we get a little bit more from Vanek before things happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But I do like that we're giving a little more attention to these other players, and Joseph Morgan is doing another killer job playing a sleazebag. What's up, Noober? Just finished my work week, hell yeah. Doctor Who update, that finale was so good. The Missy reveal was so good, and the end with 12 and Clara was so heartbreaking. Now, Santa? Yes, Santa is right around the corner. There's some fun little elements coming up, but yes, the Missy reveal is iconic. What's up, Renan? Logan is dead. This other Wolverine probably passed, or other world version maybe. It's likely another universe. Did they finish filming Deadpool 3 though? See Ryan post about it a week ago or so. I think they're still filming. I do think they're still actively filming. What's up, Briefer? How are you doing, man? 100% think Deadpool 3 is picking straight up from the end of Deadpool 2, which is its X-Men Origins Wolverine. Maybe we can even redeem that movie, or at least get a version of that character. That is a very good point. I forgot about that. That would be fun if they did that. I told you about expats last week, but I don't think you read my message. Could be wrong. It's not ringing a bell. I also don't know what that is. Let's see. How are realizing one at a time? Releasing. How are they releasing ATLA reactions one at a time? Oh, yeah. I mean, 100%. These are going to be like 40-some minute episodes. So, yeah, it's going to be one at a time. I'm not exactly sure what you mean otherwise. Unless you... I've already seen the show, like the cartoon. So, I'm not reacting to that. So, I'm not sure... Clarify what you're asking at this point, because the live action is going to be one at a time, because these are going to be chunky episodes. I named my cat after Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender, so the original show is very close to my heart. Likewise, it is one of my favorite shows of all time. That is 100% one of my favorite shows ever. Do you think if the X-Men were in the MCU from the beginning, would Logan know Captain America in the war? It's possible. I mean, it would make sense if they did. It could be cool if they did that. The Logan in Logan is maybe not the one from Days of Futures Past. It is very vague about Logan. From my understanding, Logan in Logan is a completely different Logan. Like, that is separate from everything else. But I don't know. Don't understand all this hype about the Super Bowl. It's loads where I live. I mean, for us, it's literally just trailers. That's all I care about. It's a short series so far, but is murder drones a possibility for a reaction? This is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know. Anything's possible, but it all comes down to time, interest, and will it be worth the time and the effort for the channel? Am I also on Blue Sky? I am on Blue Sky. I'll need to add that to all the things, the links. Just have a feeling that we're going to see some death in Bad Batch. Me too. We are definitely more than likely going to see some people drop off. What's the one show that Netflix canceled as it ended essentially on a cliffhanger without a proper resolution that you're still annoyed by or would bring back? I haven't watched any of the shows that I can think of off the top of my head that they've just outright canceled. A lot of the big Netflix shows, or Netflix shows in general, I was already late for. There's not a lot of Netflix originals that I picked up from the get-go. So I can't think of anything off of the top of my head that they canceled without any resolution that I was already watching. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Started ATLA yesterday, watched the first 6 Katara plus Earthbender's Prison Revolt. Love it so far. I know bits and pieces of the story throughout from online, but 95% new for me. Trying to finish season 1 before the live action. Oh yeah, if you've already got through 6 of them, you'll be done in no time. What's up, Typical? Just rejoined. Welcome back. Super excited to see Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine after X-Men Logan. Likewise. Came from your Hazbin Hotel videos. Really enjoy the reactions. Well, thank you, Aster. I really appreciate that. Normally, we do these every, Sunday, or every Saturday. Every Saturday, usually. But, I had a thing come up yesterday that kind of made it, maybe move it over here. But we try to hang out and just kind of talk about literally whatever. I just read the comments, and, we don't have, like, a planned layout or planned topics or anything like that. We just kind of chill. I kick back, drink either wine or something, and have a good time. How scary would Willem Dafoe be as Joker, seeing him in the Green Goblin roles? That's been a fan cast for a while. I think he'd kill it as Joker, especially with, the level of intensity he brings to Green Goblin, especially in No Way Home. I would love to see a version of him as the Joker one day. I think that'd be super cool. Even if it was just in Elseworlds. Gonna watch ATLA Season 1, then rewatch the movie with context. Only seen it once as a kid in theaters. Enjoyed it fine enough, I guess. But after this, should be interesting. All in time to start the live action. Well, you got plenty of time. You got 2 weeks. I know you can bang this out. The latest series of True Detective has been tremendous. The acting and menace is on par with Season 1, in my opinion. I've still never seen a single episode of True Detective. Do you have any plans on reacting to Band of Brothers or Masters of the Air miniseries? I have not heard of Masters of the Air. But Band of Brothers, I've seen a lot of people react to that, and I've heard really good things about it. But, maybe one day. Smithy Reviews. I love you. Well, I love all of you. Thank you so much. Welcome. By the way, Series 9, as of right now, is my least favorite, 4th series. I need more time to rank it, including the Tenet series. On par with Series 2 and 3. We got another super chat from Scott. Do you think Monica is stuck in the main X-Men universes where all the previous films happened, or is it an X-Men universe we've never seen? Chances are it's probably a universe we've never seen. That's my guess. Or at least maybe not never seen. It could be the same one that was in Multiverse of Madness, which isn't tied to the films, at least. So that's kind of where I'm leaning, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. Let's see. What are you thinking of Hell of a Boss so far? I'm really enjoying it. I like seeing a whole other side of Hell and getting to learn a little bit more of the inner workings, and it's a lot of fun. Plus, Richard Horvitz. Can't go wrong there. Great to see Andor Season 2 is finished shooting. Looking forward to seeing if Andy Serkis learned to swim. I can't wait for Andor Season 2. I do think the kids' show Samurai Jack would make an amazing live-action horror action film. And who would you cast as Samurai Jack or Aku? Aku, I don't know. That's a tough one. Man, the actor who already voiced him was just iconic. Like, I'm not sure who I would cast to replace him, though. As far as Jack goes, if it's like a follow-up or continuation, I would love to see like Hiroyuki Sanada in that role. If we're going younger, maybe McKinney. I don't know. The BCC, or at least the RTD, need to put out some sort of statement about Millie Gibson leaving Doctor Who. The silence is causing so many rumors. Also, why is 9 so far down on your list? I don't like him. What do you want me to say? I don't like him as much as Tennant. I don't like him as much as Matt Smith or Capaldi. Like, he's just not that high on the list. Out of 5, 4, 6 Doctors, it doesn't mean he's bad. He's just my least favorite. Like, he's the least developed. He's the least interesting to me out of the core doctors outside of Jodie, who literally had no character development at all. We still really don't know her doctor at all. That's why she's at the bottom. She was great, but they did not flesh out her doctor at all. But I don't. It's just I don't love 9 as much as I like the others. That is as simple as that. He just didn't grip me. Deadpool 3 trailer today. That indeed. What's this? What's a series that you've heard a lot about that you really eventually want to react to? What's one that's The Bear. The Bear is one that I've been very, very curious about as of late. And there's a new season coming out in a couple months, so I don't know. Might see if we can catch up before then. I don't know. No promises there. But we do have a new season coming out, I think, in June, right? But I've heard nothing but fantastic things about that. Another one is obviously Succession, is another show that I'd like to watch eventually. Probably another universe because we got the yellow and the blue. Very true. Damn deleted scene in the Wolverine. Trailer for Godzilla x Kong is not likely to happen today. They still could drop it during the Super Bowl, but not for the Super Bowl. Still possible. Not likely. We'll see. Yep, we'll just keep an eye out on it. Expanse is a new miniseries from Amazon with Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, man. I haven't heard jack shit about it. Did I hear about the new Game of Thrones spinoff called Aegon's Conquest that got announced? I did see something about them announcing another spinoff. This one, yet again, another Targaryen spinoff focusing on Aegon's conquest of Westeros. I mean, we'll see. Releasing. Damn, I spelled that wrong. How could you? But if you had to, would you rather never watch movies again or never watch TV shows again? I would probably... Ooh. That's such a hard question. I would probably have to go never watch movies again. Because there's just so many good TV shows, and sometimes just that format just works out better in the end. But that is losing like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and so many things. But hey, I got X-Files, Breaking Bad, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'll survive. Hell, Cobra Kai. Let's see. Your joke went over his head. I'm sad now. It was a joke? What was your joke? Now I'm curious. The superb owl got loads where I live. Oh, okay. I just assumed it was a typo because it was so easily the B was just moved over one. My bad. Just to confirm what someone said earlier / above, Deadpool 3 has officially wrapped on filming, although to be fair, it's only just happened at the end of January, which means the post-production on anything is probably very much so in the early stages. Logan served with Cap and Bucky in the books, so it'd be stupid not to include that. Yeah, that's also assuming he's in this universe. The lady put superb owl. I'm sorry. Jesus. Have I seen the series Ruby or not? Do you have no interest? I've seen, I didn't finish the first season, but I've seen a couple of episodes of the first season. I lost interest when Monty died. When Monty passed, because I was a huge fan of Monty before he joined Rooster Teeth. I was a fan of his back in his his old Final Fan, his what was it? Fatal Fan. What was it? Shit. What was it called? Dead Fantasy. His Dead Fantasy days. I always looked forward to those. Along with the Haloid short that he did. I was a huge fan of his before he got picked up, and you know, he made Red vs. Blue so much better and so much more cinematic with his part and his involvement. But you know, once they did that whole little spin-off series, or not spin-off series, when he got that whole little project by himself over there, I was invested in checking it out. But when he passed, all interest that I had for continuing kind of died, to be honest, along with him. It hurt. when that happened, to hear that news, especially considering the situation around that. And I've just never gone back. I'm watching the commercials for the Super Bowl right now. I'm waiting for that 30-second TV spot for Deadpool. See, I'm wondering about just waiting for everything to be out and then just doing a big old video tomorrow. Because sometimes they just shotgun a bunch of shit. And it's short as shit like that sometimes, too. I'd love it if Deadpool 3, we also get the 2000s Fantastic Four. Maybe not all of them, because Chris Evans might not appear, but I'd love to see those movies, and they're Fox movies, so who knows. I've mentioned that a couple times as well. I would like to see them at least bring it up. I'm sorry that I gave you more credit than you were allotted. I'm kidding. It's all fun. It's all fair. What did you like about Motu Revolution the most? I wish we could get more new episodes this year. Most. Honestly, just the growth between Tila and Adam, both together and individually. I liked seeing all that progress. Also, you know, even more than that, the Keldor thing with Skeletor. That whole reveal, that whole revelation in the middle of this revolution. I liked all of that. That was a lot of fun, because I was wondering if they were going to do that or not. I think those were definitely my favorite bits. Also, new Tila outfits. And that snake one looked good. What's up, Pink Sun? How you doing, doll? What's up, Ginger? Everybody just be like, I making fun of Omni. What's up, James Olds? Curious if you think about watching some more British series after Ted Lasso. Is Ted Lasso technically a British series? Would you consider it as such? Some great recents I'd recommend: Inside Number 9, Bodies, and Killing Eve. Killing Eve is one that I've heard a lot about. Bodies and Inside Number 9 I haven't heard anything about before, but Killing Eve is that's something that's crossed my radar a couple of times. And then The Killing, I think, as well, was another one. Deadpool 3 trailer, it's coming. I hope Owen Wilson returns as Mobius. I mean, anything's possible. Do you think we'll get a sneak peek for Joker 2? I mean, it's quite likely. I mean, as far as I know, it's been done filming for a minute. How many main characters do you think will perish in the final season of Stranger Things? Honestly, probably none. I mean, it's not that kind of show. As much as the cast is like, more people need to die, that's not what the show has been. Or at least none of the characters you're attached to that are staples, long stays, or mainstays. I don't think any of them are going to die. If there is, it's going to be Mike, Will, or 11. Those are my bets on any of the fatalities. And Jonathan. Let's throw Jonathan on there as well. 2 new Predator films were announced. Badlands, which is set in the future, and A Prey 2. And I can't wait for both, because Trachtenberg is attached to both. Well, everything sucks! It was such an incredible show, and Netflix canceled it the day before the season finale aired. I don't know that one. I've not even heard of that one. Moana 2 has been announced, and it had been a little 17-second teaser trailer. Yeah, it was announced the other day, but I also heard that Moana 2 was the Moana series that they canceled and turned into a movie. And then we're still getting the live action Moana coming up soon too, which is, why the fuck are we doing that? I know it won't happen, but I'd love a scene where, for whatever reason, Deadpool gets mad about something in the story and drives to Kevin Feige's house and just beats his ass brutally. Or finds Mickey and does it. I would love that. Dude, if Kevin Feige better be in this movie as himself. And not, well, I mean, hell, you could have the robot Kevin Feige from She-Hulk come up and into play. Continuing that gag would be funny, I think. So sorry for the day before the season aired, not the season finale. I hate when they do that, man, but I guess don't set your expectations too high. But like, man, when they did when they did that with Swamp Thing, that really pissed me off. How have I been enjoying Hell of a Boss so far? I've still only watched the 2 episodes that are posted, so I mean, if you've watched those videos, you saw I did pretty well enjoy them. I'm excited to see more of it, though. I want to bet Cobra Kai is this fall, possibly September. It will more than likely, I have to imagine it's got to come out before the movie, which is coming out December 24th. So it's going to have to come out before the film. If it comes out during or like just before or after, it will be a little weird. Right before they can show the trailer for the new Karate Kid film. That's true. Oh, I just saw the 75K. Congratulations. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't expect it to creep up so fast. I haven't even thought about what we were going to do or what options we might have. You know, for anybody that missed, like for the, our 50th, for 50K, we did, we did Jackbox and a couple of other things, as well as, yeah, we just did Jack in the Box, right? We did Jackbox stream and anytime I lost, I had to go up the scale on the current Hot Ones sauce set. So I did work my way through all of those, I think it was Series 18 or Series 19, I can't remember which. All the sauces, and that was fun, but it was rough. But it was fun. I have no idea what to do for 75 though. I thought I had more time to figure that out. But I'm happy to take suggestions. I'm pretty sure that show got canceled because Sydney Sweeney left after she got cast in Euphoria. That's another show I've never seen shit about. Pretty random question, but what would you do if you found a dead fish in your lawn? Honestly, it wouldn't be that shocking because I live on a river. So like, if one just kind of flopped up or got stuck in the brush, it would not surprise me at all that one of the ducks or one of the cats, one of the many cats, left it in my yard. Would not be shocked or surprised at all. 1 or 2 releases Thanksgiving. Seems so soon. Zootopia 2 releases next Thanksgiving. Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5 release sometimes in 2026. We'll see. Omni's liver after every stream. I mean, I only drink. And half the time I don't even finish by the end of these streams. But it's only on these streams. Not only. There's like sometimes I might have like a little bit. Like in the middle of the week. If I'm really feeling like I need to loosen up a little. But I mean, outside of this, I still barely touch the stuff. Did you hear about Flash Thompson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man has shown interest in playing Agent in Marvel's Secret Wars? What do you mean Agent? Playing Agent, huh? I mean, Flash Thompson from the Sam Raimi films is, why am I blanking on his name right now? Joe Manganiello. You know, Deathstroke from DC, which is who I want to see him back as eventually, someday. I would love to see him continue in that, but yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, the dude's jacked as fuck. I would love to see him pop up in anything, especially the huge D&D nerd that he is. I just, huge fan of the man. Who has better healthcare, Avengers or the Justice League? I don't know if either of them have any. I mean, the Justice League at least has their own appointed psychiatrist, so I feel like that's a plus. I haven't seen any of that in the Avengers stuff. Who's your favorite villain in the Arkham series? I mean, Joker, probably. I mean, that's kind of lame to say, I feel like, but Joker. Second, Deathstroke for the short little stint he was in there, but Joker. Yeah, I mean, well, maybe Harley. She got a little bit more to do. So maybe Harley or Ivy. Or Scarecrow. Scarecrow was kind of lame. It was just all show. Let's go with, let's just fuck it. Let's just go with Harley. Let's see. I, King Boba Fett, King of the Andals and the First Men, the one who sits on the Iron Throne, asks the one and only Omni, how is he doing on this fine day? I'm doing quite well, Aiden Bell. Oh, so that... Oh, I just noticed that that's Boba Fett. I thought that was just a random stormtrooper. I've never looked that closely at it. I totally get that even more now. Can't remember if it was mentioned in last week's stream. So happy Carrie is coming back for Sonic 3. Also, Knuckles TV series was announced a couple days ago. I reacted to the trailer. If you checked out the channel, if you're subscribed to the channel, you probably should have seen me react to this trailer. You should probably watch that video to see my thoughts and maybe leave a like and a comment and all that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. But yes, Carrie is coming back after saying after Sonic 2 he was retiring unless there was a good script that pulled him out from his retirement. So that means that either he really loves playing Robotnik or the script for Sonic 3 is really good. I'd believe either. Masters of the Air has Austin Butler and he's flying is intense. Real life pilot lives. Oh, I have seen a trailer for that. I forget that that's a series because I just see Austin Butler and I think it's a movie. I've seen a trailer for that at the theater before. So I think that's why I kind of got confused. Honestly, I don't remember too much about the trailer. I've seen it a couple times before a Ted Lasso episode. I remember that much. I just usually check out and check some things as I'm waiting for the Ted Lasso to start. So I don't know that I've actually properly sat down and watched those trailers. Let's see. Got another super chat from Scott. Who do you think will die in season 4 of Superman and Lois? I want to say nobody, but Elizabeth Tulloch said there will be deaths. I'm willing to put my money that probably Sam Lane's going to die, considering everything that happened with the actor and the fact that he is at least coming back. But probably Sam Lane, maybe John, maybe John. Mama, something feels off about what I just said. Not Jonathan Steele. Why am I blanking on his name? John Henry. Irons. Yeah, okay, it was John. It just felt weird calling him just John. I was like, why did that sound so weird? I was like, I don't think it's wrong, but why do I feel this way? Lana could die. Hell, fuck, that whole family could get killed, for all I know. But I don't know. Where'd I leave off? Just watched the Marvels, really enjoyed it. I know, shocker, I enjoy everything that everyone hates. I didn't hate it. It just wasn't a good structurally. It wasn't a good structurally. Jesus, this whiskey's already fucking me up. It wasn't very structurally sound. I had fun watching it, but it was not a solid movie, if that makes sense. Everything Sucks was a great coming-of-age show that they canceled after one season. Luckily, it resolved 99% of the plot except for a cliffhanger character return. Just ignore and say it's resolved. That sucks when it's just this one little thing. At least it could have been way worse. Fuck, no, you just reminded me. The Midnight Club. That was one. I wanted more of that. And while Mike Flanagan did tell us everything that was going to happen, and he gave a whole, he put online, posted an entire document detailing the conclusions to everybody's story arcs and the mysteries, I would have fucking loved to seen that. I'm sad that they canceled that. Thank you for sparking that for whatever reason. I don't know why that triggered it at all, but I got it. Wish I could give Angel Dust the love and respect he deserves. Same. But Husk is there to do that, and so is Charlie and the gang. What's up, Dion? The new Jurassic World film releases on July 2nd, 2025. The director recently got fired. They're looking for someone else. Really? I didn't hear that bit. I heard the date thing. I heard that it was coming, but I didn't hear the director news. Who's my favorite villain from all media? The cigarette smoking man from the X-Files. Easily, hands down. He's fantastic representation of basically the devil incarnate. He's so fun. I like him. I met him too. He's so chill. But yeah, outside of that, I feel like the next runner-up would probably be the Joker. I think that's just an easy one for me. Let's see. Can you do a reaction to Winnie the Pooh Blood Hunting 2 when it comes out? I have no interest in actually sitting down and watching either one of those films. I'll never say never. If it wins a poll, maybe I'll check it out, but I'm not gonna go leaping to watch either of those. Just get Greg Baldwin. He's the guy who did the voicing for him since Mako's death. Thank you. I forgot. I couldn't remember who replaced Mako for that. So Greg did a good job emulating Mako's voice, so you could easily have him do a coup. What are your thoughts on the Mortal Kombat movie from 2021? I did not like it. Well, to be fair, I would say I was way more disappointed than I didn't like. Well, I had very, very heated thoughts about that movie. I left the theater just ranting and raving. Not raving, ranting. Just ranting about the decisions that were made in that film. The entire ride home. I mean, look-wise, it looked good, but everything else, outside of a couple of moments, it was just nothing but disappointment for me. And I'm hoping that I feel better about the second one. It's a shame the Game of Thrones Blood Moon got canceled. That did seem interesting. I don't remember what... I know there was other spinoffs. I don't remember which one Blood Moon was. I'm just watching the Super Bowl. Hell yeah. Would you rather be Luigi or Mario? Mario. Mario gets all the babes. Luigi's just a scared little cat. Luigi's the sweetheart. He's the guy that you get to know and you love. But Mario gets all the ladies. He is shorter though, so trade-off? I don't know. Let's see. I'm really loving John Pertwee as the Doctor. I also love the Doctor and Liz Shaw companionship. Liz is a great little companion. Pertwee, it took a while for me to get used to him. He's still one of the lower on the totem pole for me. If we're talking the entire collective. But he's definitely not the lowest, but he's definitely not he's not in the top half, I'll say. Is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse still indefinitely delayed? I haven't heard anything since then, so I would assume so. I'm also, as well, ready for the Deadpool trailer. I love the 9th. I love the 9th. I mean, because he's lower on the list doesn't mean I don't. Someone just has to be at the end. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they suck. I just don't like him as much as the other ones. I think he's just got way less to offer. But he's also he doesn't have the least to offer. Watched both The Marvels and Aquaman Lost Kingdom this week. They were both okay for me. They really weren't terrible. I liked Aquaman, surprisingly enough. Was it perfect? No, but I had a damn good theater time with it. Someone told me Luigi because they don't like Peach. Okay. All right. Definitely would love the bear reactions. We will see. We're getting a trailer for the movie Twisters. Supposedly, I heard that. Again, that's a movie. Why the fuck does that exist? But I love Twister. Feels weird to follow that up. It doesn't need to... Anyway, we'll see how they do it. What's the bear? I mean, other people will need to explain that for me. Suicide Squad was garbage. If any of you bought the game, may God rest your wallet's soul. Angels... I second that, Aiden. Angel Dust deserves so much more love and respect. 1,000, 10,000, and 1,000,000,000%. Besides a bear. Probably not going to get the Suicide Squad game. I'm not. I think Angel will get that love at the end, maybe with Husk. I'm kind of Husker Dusk here, man. If I have to subscribe myself to anything, I do like them together, man. I do. Ooh. I've been thinking about binging The Bear 2, heard great things, plus a new season is a great motivation to start the show. That's always a great motivation. Like, if there's like one, it helps with the channel doing it around while there's hype. You know, doing an older show in just the middle when there's nothing going on, it's not always great. Leading up to a brand new season, that's motivation. So I might, you know, it's got a higher chance than some of the other things floating around right now for me to bypass a poll and just watch. Yeah. Motivation is very important when there's so much going on to consume. Just like I think with Will Byers, I'd probably get his love otherwise I'm coming for the writers. Finally watched The Beekeeper. Okay, how'd you feel about it? I am missing the TARDIS and the time traveling. Yeah, that's the biggest hurdle for me. Well, not the biggest. I think Pertwee is a little bit of the biggest, but yes, not being able to leave and not being able to utilize the TARDIS was a bit of a rough patch for that as well. I tried watching House of the Dragon. Way too gory for me, but more so than Game of Thrones. Really? So I'm doing a Charmed rewatch instead. Had issues with watching Hazbin Hotel, but we'll get to it. Finish Hazbin Hotel, Janine. But yeah, as far as House of the Dragon, I don't know. Maybe Game of Thrones just spread it out more? I don't know. I would argue Game of Thrones probably had more gore. Maybe in a more abundance, but I don't know. It'd be cool to see an old WW2 of Cap, Logan, Bucky, and Howling Commandos. That would be awesome. Windy Castle. I'm not sure what this is referring to. Let's go to Windy Castle. I don't know what that is. Like a picture or something in the background. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Like in Deadpool 3, like a reference to that in that timeline. Gotcha. Have I ever been to Windy Castle? I have no idea what that is. Are they still doing Scream 7? There has been no news about it since they lost their director and since they seemingly reached out to why the hell am I blanking right now? Fuck. Nev Campbell. Am I streaming the game tonight for trailer reactions? No. I'm just streaming for our little usual hangout get together. And then I'll just kind of be having dinner and then catching the trailers as they come out. Favorite Mario game? 64. Hey, otherwise, like, unless we're talking anything Mario, I'd probably say Mario Party or Mario Kart 64. Can't wait for him to read my messages. I finally made it. Or some feelings say they wouldn't make candle. I still don't know what the fuck that is. Can't put my figure on it, but I love Hazbin more than Hello Boss. Don't know why. I just like the premise of Hazbin. Hello Boss is fun, but there's like more. I feel like there's just, I don't know. Like there's more weight, more gravity. There's more plot, and obviously I've just seen the first 2 episodes, so I can't really say too much. But that's just where I'm at with that. The whole premise behind Hazbin is something that's just very integral to my point of view on the world. Well, you're waiting for 30 minutes. Percy Jackson Season 2 was confirmed. We talked about that already. Be dramatic. It's all good, sugar. Welcome. I'm glad. I don't want to irritate anybody. 10 minutes if you're lucky. Speed rants. Jokes. Have you heard about Ben 10? I watched the original, but I have... And some of the one where they were teenagers. Outside of that, yeah, I just fell off. I lost interest after a while. Season 2 of Percy Jackson, since someone already brought up Murder Drones, is another great animated series created on YouTube. Very inspired by old horror movies. Fun fact, one of the characters is voiced by Pilot Angel Dust. Okay. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I'll have to look into it. Let's see. What's up, Horse? Bad Batch returns next week. Bring on the pain and agony. That it does. It comes out the day before Avatar, the live action, does. Also, Chandler is still literally the funniest sitcom character ever. Love seeing Joey's acting storyline in the background. Crazy Rachel is awesome. Smelly Cat is a banger. And Monica plus Richard. Oh, great moments, man. Dude, Tom Selleck and that mustache, man. He is a beautiful man. Luther is a great British series, but it does freak me out. Is that the one with Idris Elba? Didn't they just release like a little mini movie or a movie for that or something here recently, if it's the same thing I'm thinking about? I really like Red vs. Blue. Haven't seen season 18 though. Rip Monty Omn. After they finished I forget what it was, when they landed on that planet, they were stranded, and then they got stuck helping all of the locals in their civil war or whatever. Once that arc finished, I don't think I ever came back. You know, after they resolved the whole freelancer thing, it just kind of fell off for me, and I haven't been back since, so. And I was obsessed with Red vs. Blue. And some of those seasons were phenomenal movies. Like, just watching them all one-to-one. Like, everything after season 5, that whole arc with Church and the Alpha and all of that, and the freelancer program was really fucking good shit. Pretty sure there's a Netflix miniseries that looks cool called The Body or something like that. It's about a dead body that keeps appearing in an alley throughout time. Well, that seems interesting. Huh. Did you know that The Truman Show reminds me of WandaVision? Did the reigning team have to take the elements from The Truman Show and put it in WandaVision? That would be fun. That would be interesting. I read Chandler and thought Timothy Chandelier. Well, try again. Live action Moana, boo. Moana 2, on board. I'm right there with you as well. I haven't seen Everything Sucks, but Sydney Sweeney is a great actress. Did you know she was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Was she? Who was she in there? I don't remember. I watched that movie a bunch, and I don't remember. Moana 2 is apparently has songs created by Lin-Manuel Miranda, but will not be credited to him. Why would they credit him? I mean, he did the songs for the first movie, right? It's weird. I want to rant so much to you about Friends, Omni, but I'd take all day and literally just me describing the entire show, so I'll stop. So good. I love it. The cast chemistry vibing with them. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad you're seeing what I'm seeing. I'm glad you're not falling for all the bullshit people spout about the show. I'm proud of you. Keep it going. We're getting a live-action Moana because Disney caved into The Rock's fame, but he's crashing and burning even more because he hijacked the WWE. Yeah, it's just dumb. So, it's just so new. Why would you remake it? It's so dumb. Human Kevin shows up. That would make sense. Staying with RoboKev feels better. Huh? I don't know. They've just released a new poster for Deadpool 3 based around the classic Back to the Future posters. Really cool. I'll have to check that out later. If you offered to choose a series into live action series, but it could only be one, it's between Gravity Falls, Star versus The Forces of Evil or Owl House. Well, I've never seen any of these shows. So just from looking in, I'd probably go with either Owl House or Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls would be easier to make, I think. So maybe Gravity Falls. Don't give the She-Hulk haters the win here. I will never. Deadpool 3 trailer got me hyped. Godzilla x Kong, the Hunted comic, got delayed by 2 weeks. Were released 3 days before Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire. Didn't want that to happen. I didn't know they were doing a tie-in comic. I'll have to look into that when it comes out. The official movie novelization for Godzilla x Kong has now cover. Released on April 16th. Pre-ordered both books. The comic was supposed to be released on the 12th of March. That Jackbox stream was fun. It was. I had a lot of fun. It was pretty wild. Not gonna lie, I didn't hate She-Hulk or the Marvels. I'm proud of you. A show I'm still mad at Netflix for canceling is I Am Not Okay With This. When the director found out it wasn't being renewed and was left on a cliffhanger, he went to Netflix and offered to pay for the film offered to pay to refilm it so that there was sort of closure, and they flat out refused. That's stupid. Like, that is dumb that they turned that down. If you aren't going to continue it, if they offered to do something that, why wouldn't you? I exited for that Godzilla King Kong running scene. Hell yeah, man. I don't drink alcohol at all. Well, fair for you. Omni's liver is probably fine. Streams he doesn't sip much unless we make him. That is true. I forget to take a sip half the time. I'm not okay with this. It was so good, literally just getting started just for these bastards to be like, F you. Yeah. Oh, that's what you meant by Kevin and RoboKev. Kevin Feige, that little thing. I got sidetracked by the Ben 10 comment, I think. What if Kevin Feige explains that he didn't want to deal with the She-Hulk, and that's why Robot Kevin exists? He's meaning Agent Venom. Oh, okay. Because I just heard Agent. I was like, Agent who? Agent who? Why? Well, that was sarcastic. Okay. You gotta make it sell. You gotta sell it in text. You can't just let me read it and like I assume all of that if you don't give me something to go off of, people. Jesus. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. An Agent Venom in my Sam Raimi comment. That would be badass. Joe Manganiello as Agent Venom. I'd love that. Not great today. Had to let my kitty go to the Rainbow Bridge yesterday. I'm really sorry to hear about that. You know, we had to do that, you know, a few weeks ago. No, it's been, what, 3 months now? I was about to say a few weeks ago. Like 3 months-ish now. It's not easy. I still have moments where it really gets to me, and it's hard. It really is. But we're here for you every step of the way. It just sucks, you know. Unfortunately, none of our little furry friends live half as long as us. Well, assuming things don't get in the way, obviously, but it sucks. Same tricky warrior. I didn't like drinking on my own. Prefer driving everywhere. Happy DD to my friends. See, I don't go out and do anything because I'm usually ends up being the responsible one anymore. I don't trust anybody to make those decisions these days. I only drink if we're not going anywhere or I'm by myself. Let's see. Marvels and She-Hulk wasn't that bad. They're okay. Netflix already cancels good stuff. It's like they don't care about happiness. Then you love Pink. I had to do the same last month, and it's the worst feeling. Yeah, Janine did have to go through this as well. All of us we've all had to say a little parting ways to our little companions, man. It never gets easier. It really doesn't. Yeah, some She-Hulk episodes were solid, some were meh. There was only one meh episode for me in the entire season, and that was the therapy ring. Let's see. I think we got some super chats down here. Captain Marvel versus Ronan the Orb's Power? Ronan with the Orb's Power. Who wins? I would probably go with Captain Marvel. And, I mean, she would... Green Goblin doesn't even stand a chance. This isn't a fight. She'd break him like a fucking toothpick. Thanks for the super chats, though. Let's see. I watched the extended editions of The Hobbit this weekend for the first time since the movies came out. Gonna rewatch Lord of the Rings extended editions next weekend. And the weekend after, there are the appendices. I didn't know they had extended editions for The Hobbits. I've only seen the theatrical releases. I'm wondering if the extendeds actually make those films better. Yes, Kevin Feige used Robot as a cover, so then Deadpool destroys it, beats his ass, and roasts him for any issues made in the MCU and about how Fox got bought. And I see it in my mind. It's so funny. That would be a fantastic bit. I would love to see something along those lines. Can't wait to see Moon Knight again. I also can't wait to see Moon Knight come back up. Oh, come on. Scarecrow was great in Arkham Knight. He was my favorite, I think. It was just kind of the same thing again. I was like, he just keeps doing the same shit. Like, there were some cool moments. Don't get me wrong. He's cool, but, like, he's all show, no substance. Jim Carey. Master of the Air is an Apple TV Plus show. Ruby Allison Butler was in Arrow Season 3. He was? Really? Who? As who? Didn't know that. Personally prefer Scarecrow's unhinged nature in Asylum. He didn't feel like Scarecrow in Arkham Knight. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Can't wait for the Knuckles show. I'll definitely be checking it out. Thinking Lana dies. It's definitely a possibility. Yeah, he's doomed. Also, hey, but what's up, Cade? How you doing, man? But yeah, Lana's probably on the chopping block. Hell, fucking dude. Any of the people that aren't regulars technically could be on the chopping block, and that includes Kyle. That includes. Why am I fucking? Why? This is the problem, man. I don't remember the fucking Gazettes. What's her name? Kyle's dating her. What's her name? Help me. Why don't I remember her name right now? It's right there. It's right there. Chrissy. I knew it was like, I just saw CH in my head, but I couldn't find the other words. Any of them, I think, could potentially die. But I think 100%, I'd put money on Sam Lane dying. Let's see. I'm going to miss Superman Lois. I'm going to miss it as well. Stranger Things 4 deaths, if any, in my opinion. Jonathan dies early. I think you mean 5. Early for stakes, been underused anyway. Frees up Stancy. And then at the end, maybe 11 sacrifice. I hope not, but I could see that there being a little bittersweet at the end. Yeah, something's going to happen there. Something's going to break up that whole, like, Mike, Will, 11 thing. Have I seen Argyle? I have not seen it yet. I wanted more Santa Clarita Diet. Stupid Netflix. I haven't heard of that one. Argyle was awesome. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it, but I just haven't had time to go check it out. Do you think Sonic 3 will be darker than the first two? And the Flaming Fist Knuckles used in the trailer was his version of the lightning Sonic got in the first movie before Eggman was sent away. Oh yeah, 100%. Sonic 3, will it be darker? I mean, if they follow Shadow's storyline, yeah. I mean, they cast a girl that's like, they cast a little kid who we know if we played the games doesn't have a great fate. I won't say for anybody who hasn't known or hasn't played the game, but yeah, it's definitely going to be darker. But that's also, I mean, it hasn't really been dark at all. So like, darker isn't that dark, but it is kind of dark. I want more Hannibal and Mindhunter. Meaning Netflix. Well, Hannibal wasn't Netflix. Hannibal just was licensed to Netflix. They weren't responsible for canceling Hannibal. But I would always love more Hannibal, though. Will there be a Monarch Season 2? There has been no confirmation about that yet. Love X-Files, how'd you like the reboot seasons? I didn't. There was some good one-off episodes. There's some great Monster of the Week episodes, but what they did with the mythology was fucking stupid. The one thing I don't want in Stranger Things Season 5 is more Steve, Nancy, Jonathan love triangle. I would love for them to nip that in the bud real quick. I'm over it. I don't feel like any of them need anything at this point. They just need to all go their separate ways. Steve doesn't need Nancy. Nancy doesn't need Steve or Jonathan. Jonathan just needs to figure his fucking life out. I don't know. Why does Netflix remove stuff? I wanted to recap something. Licenses run out sometimes. Sometimes the show doesn't make enough, get enough views for them to pay to keep it. Netflix won't stump on the budget for David Fincher, so it's on permanent hiatus. Can't watch the Knuckles series. I don't have Paramount Plus, but I'll be watching your reactions and hope they realize it on physical media, or release it on physical media. Yeah, there's just so many streamers, man. It's just hard to keep up with them all. Can't wait for that new Quiet Place movie and my boy Joseph Quinn. I still haven't even watched the trailer for that. Well, I'm jumping off for now. Have a great week, Mikey. Take it easy, Can. Appreciate you stopping in. No change allowed. Glad Bad Batch Season 3 is only 15 episodes. 3 episode premiere as well. God, I hate that, dude. I think 2 struggled with filler, so shorter is better in that regard with the streamline. I like how Rebel Season 1, 2, 14 is paced. I mean, we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Blood Moon was a series that was taking place 5,000 years before Game of Thrones, and it was focused mainly on the Long Night and the Walkers. Oh yeah, I didn't know that had a name. I was really looking forward to that. I was sad when they when they announced they weren't going to pick that up. Oh, Cole doesn't come back for Mortal Kombat 2. Pretty sure he's already confirmed. If he does, I'll just look up the Hiroyuki Scorpion scenes on YouTube. Omni, you pervert. Mario has the dumb protagonist treatment. That means the protagonist makes girls fall for him unintentionally. Does he, though? Does he have the dumb persona? I mean, in the movie he does. In the games, it's not really that. That's really only in the movie. I feel 9 and 10 are very much the same character. Kinda. 10's just fortunate that he has the Doctor during the era. Don't get me started on 14. Hey, don't be slandering 14 now. I won't tolerate that. Is there a show you really like that deserves the love? Yeah, Midnight Club. Also, X-Files. Which it had its time, where it was the biggest show on TV. But I feel like people need to, respect the Files. Fucking whippersnappers. Not appreciating what you have, but you wouldn't have it if it weren't for the X-Files. Is Mario fast, though? Because no sleep till scene. Bro's booking it. Barrel is good. Yes. Who do you think will get redeemed by, during, or at the end of Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel? I watched Vizzy Pop's live stream, found out that they started recording the lines. I was watching that live stream, too. I was actually talking in the chat, throwing random shit out there. Not that that mattered, but I mean, next, it's the V's, right? So, Valentino's in there. It very well could be Angel Dust, but that's a huge thing. Because unlike everybody else, his soul isn't his. So they would have to get his soul back. But we still don't know if they'll be out of the show. We still have a storyline in heaven to explore. So, I don't know. It'd be weird not having Angel in the crew, though. Logistically, I would probably have to say Angel, but I don't know. Charmed is the best. I've never watched Charmed, either version. Did you know that Disney is replacing Jack Sparrow with the actress in the lead role? Oh yeah, they're never going to hire Johnny Depp back. They're moving away from Johnny Depp at all. I have no interest in any more Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I mean, hell, even the last couple with him weren't great. What's up, Lucy? I was wondering who your favorite Lex Luthor is. Mine is Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Mine is also Michael Rosenbaum from Smallville. Speaking of which, him and Tom Welling are both going to be at AwesomeCon in DC, and I may make at least maybe a one-day trip up there to see them, and also Hayden Christensen is going to be there. So I might be driving out there. It's just a little tight because it's literally the weekend before I'm spending the entire week at the GalaxyCon in Richmond. Suicide Squad game is okay. I think chat 8, but I'm doing ATLA movie. Haven't seen it since a kid. Enjoyed it. No, I read that version. I actually read that. Your message did not get eaten. I did read your previous comment saying pretty much that exact thing. We'll see y'all whenever, but I'm going to go watch the Super Bowl. It hasn't started yet. So, good luck. The cutscenes are long. Let's see. I think my favorite classic Doctor is Sylvester McCoy. Loved him as Radagast in The Hobbit. I didn't realize he was Radagast. That makes it so much better. I find his energy just infectious. Out of the classic Doctors, it's 4, 2, and Sylvester. I would say that would be my rankings if we're looking at the classic Doctors. little apprehensive about the new Jurassic Park Jurassic World film. Whilst I'm glad that David Cope is back, JP2 wasn't amazing, and half of his last films he's written have been poor to mixed reviews. I like Jurassic Park 2. But yeah, they've I feel like they've ran their course in some ways. But I mean, diving away from the dinosaurs was the dumbest decision I feel like they made in this franchise. The last one was so disappointing. What's up, Turbo? Am I going to play Sonic X Shadow Generations when it comes out? Hell, I might. It looked good. It looked really good. Have I seen the new Friday Nights at Freddy's movie? I have a whole reaction to it. Check it out. I still think Seven's regeneration is the wildest thing Doctor Who has ever done. 100%. Getting just fucking mowed down with an Uzi. It's the meanest, at least to me, that I can recall, just the brutalest way the Doctors had to regenerate. What are you looking forward to the most in the final season of Star Wars The Bad Batch? Learning what exactly is going on at Mount Tannis. I'm going to be watching Kung Fu Panda 4 when it comes out. Hopefully it's more serious than the trailer showed. The trailer was fucking awful. I don't know. It did not look good to me. It was definitely very, very cringy. I've only seen the first two. I don't remember the second one at all, though I have seen it. I don't think I've seen the third at all. The pager interview that you could rudely interrupted. It was for SAG talking about his career from the beginning. It's really interesting. I love him. I'll have to check that out. Best thing about BB is that it's keeping the animation alive. I'd take Star Wars animation over live action any day. I'm kind of with you on that, actually, as well. To be honest. I just want to know where the fuck Furious 5 are. Wait, what? I'm gonna think, why am I should I know what this is? Why am I, my brain went to Fast and Furious, but I don't think that's what you're saying here. Furious 5. How am I blanking on that? Luther is Idris, who is amazing, but the killers in the show freak me the fuck out. I have to look into it. I do love me some Idris, man. Yes, hates Montserrat's figures for Godzilla XK look disappointing. Same figures with different paint and the same accessories. I hope they'll be more revealed since they're keeping stuff secret. That's annoying when they kind of just reuse a model like that. I'm right there with you. I tapped out of Red vs. Blue when they switched from using the Halo games to animating the show in Unreal Engine. Just didn't have the same charm. But yeah, they did switch to fully animating themselves, didn't they? I didn't mind it when Monty Ohm, like when it was still the usual in-game engine, and then Monty would come in and they would bust out into a fight sequence. And it would be that only the fight would be animated. I liked that. But yeah, it completely being animated, self-animated, does kind of feel like it would take a lot of the charm away. But what Monty brought to the whole freelancer project thing was fucking wild. Like Shimon later on, Scar King, Godzilla Evolved, and Godzilla Beast King with Glove. Watch Gravity Falls, Omni. You won't regret it. One of these days, I probably will. If you have to choose between a lantern, which would you choose? Probably blue. I Heart Friends. It's my comfort show and a show I watch again and again and again. Me too. I'm still loving the journey going through watching Nick React's whole little trek through the series. See the appeal of Friends. I like the male characters a lot, especially Joey and Chandler, but the women are insufferable in my opinion. Not any biases, just can't stand them. Really? What the fuck? They're all great. What's up, Arrow? Late to the stream. I'm sure you talked about Halo. Just wanted to thank you for covering Season 1. Used as a recap to get to know more on the lore, never gamed or read the books. yeah, I still didn't. I try to be a little vague on it, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the first season. But season 2 is starting off quite great. If you ever have the time, though, the games are still worth playing. Especially, I mean, hell, just get the Master Chief Collection and you're pretty much set. Yeah. Gravity Falls is one of the best kids cartoons in the world. A lot of people like it. I've heard nothing but good things about it, man. Talk about unnecessary live-action films. I'd include How to Train Your Dragon. I just don't think it's going to translate well into live action. I mean, I don't know. I can understand that one a little bit more, trying to capitalize on the resurgence of like dragons in live action and what they could do with that. I don't know. I get it though. I only just watched the first 3 films for the first time just early last year. And I do love them to death. I did fall in love with them quite easily. But it is just one of those things, man. It's just like sometimes animation is just fine being animation. But we'll see. We'll see. I will be cautiously optimistic as I am with everything. I love the Kevin Feige hat. I love the hat Kevin Feige was wearing for Deadpool 3. It was Deadpool 3 logo with half of Deadpool and Wolverine's masks. It was a sick logo. I could be watching Pedro right now. I mean, you can watch Pedro if you want. I'm not going to be mad if you do. I watched Halo Season 1 blind, and when it came out, had zero context. Now watching Season 2, and glad you covered and had knowledge on the IP. I try not to let it hinder me too much, but again, I just complained so much about Season 2. I was just baffled by the decisions in Season 2. Still, so many of them make no sense. They don't make anything easier to consume. They make things more complicated. It waters down so many elements. Oh, fuck. Ah! They made Chief a generic hero. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to be open-minded. They got a new showrunner who has played the games, so we'll see what happens moving forward. What'd you guys think of if they made a movie about the Diablo franchise? That would be sweet. I know nothing about the Diablo series. I've played a little of 3, but that's it. And by a little, I mean I played it for like an hour. It's not even that much. The most Diablo I've played was Path of Exile, and that's not really it. I'm one who liked Eternals. I also really liked Eternals. It was also weird because at the time people were complaining about the Marvel formula, and then something different came out and it was panned. Again, just because people want something different, the thing that is different still needs to be good in their eyes. Like, it being different wasn't the problem. It just didn't work for some people. That's the thing. You can't always just be like, well, they gave you something different, why aren't you happy? It's like, because that something different can still suck balls to some people. Yeah. I mean, look at like half of the B movies and C movies that come out. But yeah, I liked it though. I liked it a lot. Yeah, you're definitely not alone. What's up, Milzo? How are you doing? The Hobbit extended editions are awesome. I'll have to check those out. I haven't watched them since the theaters because I did not really enjoy those Hobbit movies. I like the second one. I did not really care for the first, and I definitely didn't care for the third. One of the few movies I really think should have gotten a sequel but never did was an Owl movie based around Ga'Hoole series made by Catherine Lasky. Well, that was a Zack Snyder movie, wasn't it? Who's going to see episode 1 in theaters? If it plays here, I might go see it. Might have to go check it out. I mean, I saw it in theaters when it came out, but I'd love to just kind of do that again. Thank you. I'm trying to process. He has a brother, and I'm worried about him. I have had them since they were 5 weeks old, and they are 5 now. That's still so young, too, for a cat. I'm still so sorry to hear that. I hope everything's okay with the brother, though. Highly recommend the extended Hobbit. They're better. Not a lot better, but better. That's good, at least. I've been watching Hazbin Hotel from your videos. Oh, hell yeah. Still, if anybody's just watching through reactions, find a way to watch it on Amazon because your views are not supporting the creators. The show's doing just fine. Like, it blew up on Amazon, but you're not helping the show. And I'm not trying to like rain on anybody, because it is like some people's only way to watch the show, and I do get that, but it's not a substitute. You know, we're only showing you 10 minutes max of 20-some minute episodes. So there's so much you're missing. And it just doesn't help the creators at all. So it's not a substitute. It's not like an alternative. If you can, find a way to watch the actual episodes. Did you see the new DreamWorks Peacock original movie Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate? No. I saw a trailer for it, and it looked fucking awful. Your reactions are priceless. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, Chosen? Hope you're having a good day. Deadpool 3 trailer today, and we're all looking forward to that trailer, man. What's up, TM? It's the Super Bowl. That means some great commercials. And who's playing again? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea who's even playing in the Super Bowl today. I've seen a few posts the last couple days about Eternals 2 has been announced for 2027. Unsure if it's official or not. I've not seen anything official. It could be rumors, but that's the first I'm actually hearing about it. He played Thea's musician boyfriend who turned out to be a Legion of Assassins spy. I think his name was Chase. Oh, I vaguely remember this kid. I would not have put two, I don't think I knew who Austin Butler was then, though. So that's probably why I never associated those two together. Am I going to wait for the final Mission Impossible film to come out on streaming to watch it? If you're unsure, then please wait for it. I want to see your reaction to it. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to watch it. Hopefully with John again, because we watched Dead Reckoning together. So I would hope that we might get the chance to watch the conclusion together as well. But that's going to be up to John and Greg in the end. But I would love to watch it with them. Which Batman do you think Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy got a unique way that led them to become who they are and are the perfect cover? The perfect couple. Which Batman do you think? I don't know. I have no idea what you mean. Which Batman do you think Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy got a unique way that led them to become who they are? And are they the perfect couple? I do love them as a couple. I have no idea what you mean about the Batman thing. I'll be honest. Highly doubt we're getting Eternals 2. They'll reboot the MCU before we get it. More than likely, at this rate. I'm excited to watch Cobra Kai again this year. Oh, 100%. Cobra Kai is an obsession of mine. I will definitely be watching it. I meant Batman villain deserves sympathy besides Dr. Freeze. I mean, yeah. I think Harley definitely deserves sympathy. I think Ivy also, to some extent, deserves sympathy as well. Obviously, Freeze is the big one, but everybody else, not so much. Knuckles looks like a movie, which is a good sign. Doesn't seem like a cheap TV thing. That is also a plus. I've noticed in the trailer for GXK that Kong has a metal tooth during the running scene. Scar King is about to give him the biggest ass whooping. I did not notice that, actually. That's a neat little detail. Will you be checking out Dune Part 2 when it comes out? And have you read the books? I have not read the books because I did not want to spoil the movie. So I'm going, the first part was my first exposure to Dune. So I'm going to be going into the second part just as raw. A lot of messages before mine. There very much so were. Really enjoyed Argyle. I can see why some don't enjoy it, but all in all, it was a fun, wild movie with a lot of fun twists. Knuckles being a 6-episode event doesn't worry me because the episodes will be longer in terms of runtime, and this is not Disney Plus. So, it is Paramount Plus, so hey, they don't have a good track record so far. I found out yesterday that my mate is a Swiftie because she wants to name her kitten Kels. How do you say that? Kelchid? I don't know. I don't know how to say that name. I don't know how to feel about that. Did you hear White Noise Reacts is ending? I did. I'm happy for them considering the circumstances, but I'm still sad. I haven't watched a lot of their stuff, but I did see I was subscribed to them and I saw that message that they put out because that was around the time I just finally started to check out some of their videos, and I was like, oh shit. Well, damn. There I go spelling release wrong again, which made me laugh. What an idiot. Oh, don't worry. It happens all the time. Super Bowl is now showing trailers for series and movies. They seem to be the old trailers we've already seen. Something is telling me that they're getting ready to drop new stuff. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here in the next half hour or so. Santa Clarita Diet was that zombie comedy show, I think. Never heard of it. I hear it was hilarious. It starred Timothy Oliphant. This is literally the first I've heard about it. What's up, B? Don't forget Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is also phenomenal. But it got to finish, though, and it's not Netflix. I don't remember what this was talking about, to be fair. Give Zombie Cannibal Drew Barrymore. Yeah, this isn't clicking at all. Just finished your Hazbin Hotel vids. I hope you enjoyed. Welcome to the stream. Do you think TMNT works better as a live-action movie or animated series or animated movie? These days, probably animated movie might be the best route to go, but my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing is still the first two live-action movies. No, the first live-action film is still the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie they've ever made. I love it. Not slandering 14 as a doctor, but the writing was weak in my opinion. They ruined 10's story, in my opinion. How did they ruin 10's story? Please tell me. First time in one of these. How are you liking Hello Boss so far? Really enjoyed it. I can't wait to dive more into it. I've still only seen the 2 episodes I've posted though. But there's plenty more around the corner. 2 months until the Flash vanishes in Crisis. April 25th, 2024. He already... No. That date no longer exists. I mean, it exists, but Crisis never happens on that date anymore. That date got erased. Fringe is one of my favorite sci-fi shows. I do want to watch it one of these days. Someone asked before about watching more UK shows. One I would love, one would be Lockwood and Co. on Netflix, filmed in the UK, all British actors in it. I mean, I'll look into it. I watched the trailer and I was like, maybe, but I didn't take the dive. Fringe was good. I've heard good things about Fringe. I've heard a lot of people say, if you like X-Files, you might like Fringe. There's a rumor saying that after Deadpool 3 trailer, Ryan Reynolds will mock and make fun of Marvel after announcing the full cast of Fantastic Four. Okay, interesting. Hayden! Michael Rosenbaum is great, but nobody touches Clancy Brown, in my opinion. Clancy Brown's just a voice, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I love Mark Hamill and all that stuff too, and I don't know. It's a tough thing. Clancy Brown, like for me, I love Clancy Brown, but his Lex isn't defined by his voice or that performance. Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy, I think, debatably define those characters with their voice accentuating and improving the dialogue. I love Clancy Brown, but you could get the same effect with next to anybody voicing, to me, voicing his Lex. That might be controversial, but Michael Rosenbaum just embodies that character physically and with the air, the personality, and all that as well to me. But that's just me. Have you seen any animated movie called Ice Age? I have seen the first 2 Ice Age films. I've not seen any after. But I will say Clancy Brown is the best voice actor of Lex Luthor, but I still prefer the Rosenbaum Lex than any of the others, even the animated ones. All right, sorry I missed it. I guess I zoned out of chat for a moment, thought I missed, my bad. Fuck you, good vibes. Just kidding. Hell yeah, man. I tease. Michael Cudlitz is already my favorite Lex, even though we just got 2 episodes in Superman and Lois. Can't wait to see more of him in season 4. He did leave quite the impression. I'm excited to see more of his Lex. Second vote for Fringe. One day, likely. They're not in Kung Fu Panda 4 trailer. Oh, that's who you meant, the Furious 5. I completely forgot they had a name. Yeah, when I was watching the trailer, I was like, where the fuck are they? Gotta go, Omni. Have a good night. Have a good week. Take care. Take it easy. Good vibes. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out, and having a good time. Let's see. What's up, CC? How you doing? You will love Gravity Falls. I'm sure I will. It's just I gotta find the time eventually. The new Kung Fu Panda film just feels like a cash grab to me. I mean, it looked like it would have been a straight to TV kind of thing, but who knows? Could be proven wrong. What's up, Ragu? Hope you and yours are keeping well. Haven't caught us live stream in 2024, so extremely late. Happy New Year. Have you not? I feel like you've creeped in once or twice. Maybe you just don't remember, or maybe I'm just hallucinating and pretend you're here with us one of these times. But Happy New Year all the same. Welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Everything's fine on this end. It's mainly Monica and Rachel. I could care less about either. I love both of them so much. Love the extended edition of the Battle of 5 Armies because it tells you what happened to Thorin's father. And the theatrical cut, they just say he disappeared. The whole sequence is great. Cereal! I wouldn't miss your live streams, dude, unless it was a family thing. Fun being here. I appreciate that, Ginger. I really, really do. So basically, Halo Season 2 is the new Lost. Leaves you with more questions than answers. I mean, that's what a show does. I mean, it's only the first 2 episodes. It's not over. Like, you should only have questions right now. I'm pretty sure the Battle of 5 Armies is rated R for violence, because my god, there's so much blood and heads exploding and getting chopped off. I'll have to look into this. Did y'all see the trailer for John Krasinski's new film, where Randall Park switched places with Krasinski and is featured Ryan Reynolds? Definitely worth a watch. I have no idea what movie you're talking about, so that's a big ol' nope. What's up, Heather? So glad I got to catch this. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, Heather. Hope you're doing okay. Happy Super Bowl weekend as well. I didn't think Eternals was great when I saw it a while ago, to be honest. I really liked it. If we ever get a Gears of War film or series, who do you think should be cast as Marcus Phoenix? Hell, just give shit. Man, my name recollection today is fucking awful. Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista, I think, would be just a decent fucking Marcus. I will be frank, and to be fair, I've never forced myself to play through an entire Gears of War game, but I never liked those games. I was never a Gears guy. The second I learned the premise of the first game, it sounded dumb as hell to me. A bunch of my friends loved it though. I never let myself get deeper into it. So that if I ever actually played the story through one, that could change, but I just really didn't. I hated the gameplay. I think a lot of it came down to I hated the gameplay. It's been years since I've watched Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. I barely remember the franchise. Might as well rewatch all of them. Lord of the Rings, I remember pretty much the whole way through. I watched all the extendeds of those multiple times last year. But I've never revisited The Hobbits, I think, since the theaters. Do you think Ventress will be the star of the next animated Star Wars project if Star Wars Bad Batch concludes? It only depends on if she's actually resurrected or not. I mean, we don't know if that's a flashback. We don't know. But maybe. And also, if she survives this time around. That was a Snyder film, which was surprising, but I think it came out and How to Train Your Dragon did. A lot of competition, so it didn't do too well. Yeah, I never saw it. One of these days, maybe. I'm glad Scott Pilgrim had a resurgence. My favorite action movie, I think. I love Scott Pilgrim. I loved the books, I loved the movie, and I loved the anime. It was so, as much as I was actually wanting a remake, like a one-to-one adaptation of the comic, I liked what we got even more. But I'm just sad that there's no plans to follow it up, and I had to say goodbye again. Like, the theatrical cut is mediocre to okay, the extended editions are okay to good. Okay, that's fair enough. Hobbit has Mockingjay syndrome. It was multiple parts that should have been. Oh yeah. Making it 3 movies was just a cash move. That's all that was. There was no reason The Hobbit should have been 3 movies. I hope that god-awful Reva series that they want to do is canceled. They haven't said shit since Kenobi released. Yeah, we don't need a Reva spinoff. You know, I didn't dislike that character as much as other people did, but she wasn't... I mean, she just wasn't fleshed out much. She was okay. She was fine. Got definitely overhated, but not deserving of a spinoff. Lion King will be celebrating its 30th anniversary, and Little Mermaid will be celebrating its 35th anniversary, which is crazy. That is fucking insane, man. I remember seeing The Lion King in theaters. The Mufasa movie sounds really interesting. The plot sounds solid. Hopefully it's got some fucking emotion to it. Otherwise, it's just gonna be just as blasé. I mean, I don't know. It's a story we don't know, I guess, so it could be at least inherently more interesting than the live action one. I just hope they do something to spice up the way they animate these lions, man. Have I played Sonic Frontiers? No, I haven't got around to playing Sonic Frontiers. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the time or not. How much do you know about the characters who are in Halo Season 2? Wanted to ask about someone from the episode 2. Don't want to quote or unquote ruin or anything. Depends on which character. Which character? Let me know which character, and then I'll let you know. Because again, there are some characters that only exist in the TV show. It's on Vibsy Pops and Amazon Prime's YouTube channels. Well, to be fair, only one episode is on her channel, and only one episode in full is on Amazon's channel. See, everything else is on Prime, and you're not really... You gotta watch it on Prime. If you really want to give that support to the thing. Because really, at the end of the day, you're only supporting me, which I'm not going to complain about. But that support doesn't carry over. What's up, Forrest Therian? How you doing? We'll love to see What If Season 3 having Deadpool and Wolverine in the episodes. That would have been cool. We'll have to wait and find out. But we'll see more variety of characters moving up. Don't know what that emoji is. Great to you enjoying Hazbin. Glad they do well on YouTube. They did fucking phenomenal on YouTube. You got 4 of which are all in my top 5 videos now. Four of them got more views than my Mandalorian Season 2 finale, which is insane. I think the whole season is in my top 10. Well, not the whole season, but a majority of the season is. What do you think of Poison Ivy in the Arkham series overall? She was alright. I mean, I don't feel like a lot of the villains got fleshed out too well, but she was one of the more interesting ones and had a pretty solid role to play across the board. She was pretty damn solid. Emoji combo isn't necessarily cursed. Yep, and she will always bring it back. Do you like the Spider-Verse movies? I do. And who's my favorite in those? Miles. Miles is probably my favorite character in those movies. And I absolutely adore the Spider-Verse movies. Suffers no consequences, which was what made his ending poignant. The best thing they did was 14 accepting his regeneration this time. I mean, I think that benefits it, but that's just me. I think that's a benefit. I think that's a good thing, because the Doctor's been nothing but consequences. Give the goddamn man a break. That's how I feel about it. But I get that. I get it. I get it, but I don't share that with you. I thought that was a great end, personally. Do you think it's possible for Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss to have a crossover? I mean, oh yeah, it's definitely possible. And how do you think that could happen? That I have no idea. I don't know enough about Helluva Boss to really give too many thoughts on that. Obviously, I've only seen 2 episodes, the pilot and episode 1. But I mean, they exist in the same world, so I mean, for sure they should be able to cross over. What's up, Kate? How you doing? Ozzy beating the shit out of Al. That would be funny. I have only seen pictures of Ozzy. Don't know his deal yet, but we'll see. I'll get to know one of these days. Ted aired in Ireland on Friday. Okay. Clancy's Lex is on that level. Same with Rosenbaum's Wally, Phil Lamar's Static, and Jon Stewart. 2 to 3 weeks ago, in a One Piece reaction, I remember you saying you were hit on the ribs with a metal rod or something, and maybe I remember that wrong. If I'm not, I don't know what the hell happened. I was basically chaperoning at one of my brother's t-ball games, and there was a bunch of kids just kind of hanging out, and they had one of those like push merry-go-rounds that had like the rails on them, and so I was just kind of big brothering and pushing them along, and they were like faster, 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 and all that kind of stuff, and I was going at it, and I slipped in the dirt after one push, and this thing was like zooming. Like, these kids were probably about to throw up, because I was like, fuck these kids, kinda. And then I slipped in the dirt, and the railing came just careening around, and it just clocked me right here and knocked the breath out of me, and it took me like 10 minutes to be able to catch a full breath back. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I punctured a lung. It was so fucking hard to breathe. But yeah, I fell into that and basically just got like British shows I love: Sherlock, Merlin, Musketeers, Doctor Who, Casualty, Horrible Histories, Ghosts, etc. Yeah, Doctor Who and Sherlock are the only 2 I've seen that I know are officially British shows. That makes sense. Just finished reacting to Good Omens Season 2. Just came in to say hi. Hell, I still need to finish the first season of that show, man. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I haven't gone back to finish it. A TV spot for Grincy's new film is very good. Talking about Rachel and Ross, I saw somewhere that Johnny and Daniel feel a lot like the Rachel and Ross of Cobra Kai. I mean, I could kind of see that. I want them to make it work, but there's always ends up being a misunderstanding. They'll be on good terms for sure. I think solid ground by the end of it. I mean, they are right now, really, but I think that's gonna stick. I'd like to point out that for some unknown reason, Kung Fu Panda marketing has never been good. Example: there's no trailer for Kung Fu Panda 2, just a teaser, and that's basically it. Really? If is the John Krasinski movie. Oh, I've seen that title pop up before. I'll need to look into it. Movie John Krasinski you were talking about is called If, I believe. Still though, the vid they were referencing is a joke from The Office, and it was honestly top 5 Office cold opens. I've only seen 1 episode of The Office ever, and I can't tell you a thing that happened in it. I've seen some clips here and there, but I've never seen a lot of it. You should give the extended Hobbit a chance. You can binge them in one day. That would take a bulk of the day, wouldn't it? I could do it, though. What'd you think of the demon form of Charlie took? The stereotypical devil with a pitchfork. Do you think Charlie has another demon form that's stronger than the one we saw in the finale? Oh, yeah. When there was that, like, panther, like, growl, roar, when her hands transformed when she blocked that assault from Adam when he was about to sneak attack Lucifer. I think she's definitely got another level to that. I still feel like part of her is holding back. I think we'll see another form by the end of it all. There's a movie, a novel originally, called The Fault in Our Stars. You should watch it if you have not. I have not seen it. I don't think that's even on our poll, actually. Someone can suggest it on the poll, and if it gets voted, I'll watch it. Pepperoni pizza feels like the default flavor. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Dude, I'm right there with you, and I'm all for default flavors. Super Bowl is starting here now at 10:45. Pretty sure we don't get the commercials or trailers, though. I'll stay awake till midnight just to be sure. Rugby is better. I don't watch any sports. Me not a sports guy. Maybe the Logan from X-Men Apocalypse was Weapon X. Could be Deadpool time travel to that particular day in Deadpool 3. Maybe just another way to find out. Do you think the live-action One Piece is the start to breaking the live-action anime adaptation fail curse? I hope so. It's the exception to the rule right now, but we'll have to see if other ones follow suit, if it truly broke the curse. I think Yu Yu Hakusho did some things well. It still fell into the pitfalls of some other live-action adaptations, but it wasn't bad. It was still better than most. Even if it was a little hollow. Vader should have killed her off when she learned that she let Obi-Wan go. She should have died when when Obi-Wan and all the civilians and refugees escaped. I think in episode 4 or 5, whichever one that one was. Yeah. Speaking of John Krasinski, have you seen a Netflix original movie called Next Gen? No, I've not. John plays Project 77. Michael Pena plays a swearing dog, and the entire movie is incredible. Definitely worth a watch. Never heard of it. It's the first time hearing about it. Feels like a speed run of the chat tonight. I'm just trying not to get 2 hours behind or 40 minutes behind or whatever it was last weekend. And also, I'm coming up to dinner tonight. I have a cold stop today, and plus I gotta be open and waiting for all of the trailers that are going to be coming out. So I just want to make sure everybody gets their shit read. Egon Conquest series is being written by the guy who is writing the Batman Part 2. Is it? Really? Okay. Well, hell yeah, bring it on. I like the Batman. Surprised the Ventress appeared at the end of the Season 3 trailer. Bad Batch, but we'll see how everything goes leading up to that. The fact that Prime has commercials now has me raging. It's annoying. I mean, I've had Prime since I started college because it's so fucking convenient. I only ever started using it, though, like the video portion of it, once I think The Boys started. And then slowly I've been watching some more of their stuff. But yeah, adding that extra $2.99 to that annual payment just to not get commercials is a little frustrating. Real though, Janine had to wait 30 minutes until I got a comment, but he's trying to get through them. Referring back to my Halo question from earlier, the character at the end of the episode 2 seems to be confirmed as the Arbiter, as the actor playing him had his name in the credits. See, I didn't see... Well, they didn't list the Arbiter. They had the actor's name for the voice. But the thing is, if it's Thel, if it's the Arbiter from the games, he shouldn't be Arbiter yet. He should just be Thel. So he gets punished and then that's all spoilers. I don't want to get into that. But he shouldn't be Arbiter yet. It shouldn't be the Arbiter we know, but it should be another Arbiter, because he's not the only Arbiter. That's a role that gets passed on. They're sent on suicide missions. It's meant to be a punishment role. So if that is an Arbiter, it's not the Arbiter, if that makes sense. Now, it could be the Arbiter, but he's not the Arbiter yet. He's just a high-ranking elite leading this command squadron, and he will eventually become the Arbiter from the game. We don't really know yet. But that's kind of what I was talking about. Yeah, the Arbiter before Thel died 19 years before Thel became Arbiter, from what I read. Yeah, there's a big old gap in the Arbiter bits. But who knows? The show made Cortana before Cortana should exist. I don't know. The show's doing its own thing. He could be Arbiter right now, but that would kind of sidestep his arc. But fuck, they've already done that with Chief, so why fuck not? Wouldn't they just ruin another whole character arc? But whatever. Anyway, Nikki Ferdinand said in an interview that their approach to the Bad Batch is just an appetizer and that there's still an entree and a dessert, meaning plenty more adventurous content coming. Okay, well that's cool. Then let's go. Did I play the original Tomb Raiders? Omni, love them. Remastered of the first 3 are coming in Valentine's Day, Laura's birthday. Can't wait, and the price is really good. I've played 2. I played a little bit of 2. That's about it. I never really played a lot of them back in the day, honestly, because I sucked. And the level design was... My child brain was not able to figure out what to do. And I got stuck. So I never finished the one I did play, for that matter. Have I seen the Attic music video yet? Not yet. I have not. I still was thinking about watching that on the channel just yet. But I just got to figure out that time. I started to watch it, but then I clicked off of it. Because I was like, maybe I'll react to this. I have not finished it yet, though. Did I finish One Piece? What? No. Nowhere close, dude. No. What the hell? Well, a question in Across the Spider-Verse is Gwen trans? I mean, there are some hints about it, but Sony Pictures didn't announce this officially, which made it remain as a fan theory. I have seen that fan theory, but it could be just as simple as that she supports trans rights as well, which is very understandable. I mean, but obviously there's a lot of ways to read into that. I don't know. They've not said anything official. There's nothing blatantly like screaming one way or the other, but I mean, that possibility is out there. We just have to, we'll see what they do with it, if they play it up or not, or not. Play it up or not. Play it up or not. God, I can't talk. Anyway, fuck. I just don't like how Donna was written out of the status quo from season 4. Very hand-wavy for me. I don't mind the ending. How they resolved it could have spent more time in the oven. That's just me, though. Fair enough. Ouch indeed. It was very ouch. Robots that sound. Should point out that I don't actually speak French. See the music video for Angel called Addict. Just answered that. I am thinking of reacting to Hazbin. It would be my first animated thing. Any tips for a newbie on editing something animated? Any differences to live action? It's a little hard because there's less time. It depends. Like, it's not going to be a one-to-one. Some things are still very much the same. You would just treat it the same. The biggest hurdle with this is it's short. Like, the episodes, if you cut out the credits, are just 22, 23 minutes long. So, meaning there's a lot less downtime. So, it's harder to truncate moments. So you have to be very creative with how you cut down dialogue, you cut around dialogue, and cut around scenes, because it packs up so much in such a small time frame. That's the hardest part. Obviously, these are musicals, so you have to be very careful with how much of the music you leave intact in the video, unaltered. So that's another thing. You know, this being a musical animated thing, does throw an extra wrench into the whole thing, but honestly, I didn't have too many issues with it. I have to confess, pepperoni pizza isn't good. That's my go-to. That's my go-to, personally. What's for dinner? I think salmon and some mashed potatoes, some corn, some other stuff, some rolls. You know, good old-fashioned little salmon dinner. Trade is releasing within 30 to 40 minutes. It's coming. Stop typing so you can get something to eat. I actually subscribed to your Patreon a few days ago, so a lot of stuff to watch. You seem like a very nice guy. Oh, thank you. I try. I could be a dick. I think everybody can be a dick. But I try. I like how you keep it personal by doing these whining streams, and the consistency is great. Causes a lot of sleepless nights, but I do what I do. And thank you for subscribing to the Patreon and for being here. I really, really appreciate both. Have you ever heard of Horrible Histories? I have not. It's a kid's show that you can watch as an adult. It's about history, obviously. Its sketches are really funny even now. I've never heard of it. My Apple TV hasn't updated its apps in years, so I can watch programs without ads. Same with Netflix, still using my friend's account. Hopefully that these updates don't come swinging your way and ruining the gig you got going on. Fault in Our Stars is about Hazel Grace Lancaster, stage 4 cancer survivor. She's 17 and struggling with the thing about the depression. It's not a side effect of cancer, but the side effects of dying. Well, that sounds heavy as fuck. I got very personal ties with cancer, so that'd probably be an emotional watch for me. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to it. What's my top 3 series of all time? The X-Files, Breaking Bad, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Well, sorry. Friends. X-Files, Friends, Breaking Bad. That's my actual top 5, or top 3. The Arbiter of Forthel died. Yeah, I read that one already. I just didn't pop it up when I read it. Thanks for putting the picture of your kitties. Mimi is absolutely adorable. She's a little sassafras. Had to restrain myself from saying... Mimi is a brat, but very cute, and she is very, very soft. Would it make sense for him to be Arbiter now? Not really. Reach is directly before Combat Evolved, and he's punished in 2 for failing to capture Chief on the ring in CE. Correct. Yeah, for failing to... Well, there's a lot of things he failed to do. Failed to exterminate all the people that survived Reach. I mean, this is fucking spoilers, but it's the games. They've been out for a bajillion years. He fails at completely eradicating the human strike force and military might on Reach. Fails at taking out the demon, the Chief, and fails at saving the ring. Lots of failures, and obviously he gets punished to all hell because it was all under his watch. But his arc is so much fun. I love the Arbiter. I love Thelvedon, man. Probably, I don't know. It depends on my day of the week, man. Like, my favorite could be either the Arbiter or Chief. They both have really good story arcs. Arbiter's got the juiciest story arc. Chief's is much more complex and much more subtle. Cat pics, where are they? They are in the Discord on our pet channel. Is Daphne King returning as X-23 in Temple 3? It has not been confirmed as far as I know. I haven't heard her name come up. Do you think Lucifer will stay at the Hazbin Hotel from now on? He's got his own wing, so quite possible. Better Year 2 sneak peek? I don't think so as well. What's up, Shiny Beetle? Love your Ted Lasso reactions. Or no, Ted reactions. Watch them multiple times because they're so funny and your laugh is contagious. Also curious if you've seen the regular show or would consider reacting to it. I've seen some of it in passing, just when it was on TV, but I've never seen most of it. I wasn't a huge fan of the episodes that I did see. It was fine, but I don't know if that... I don't know. Maybe I might appreciate it more now. I'm a little bit older, but I don't know. I would definitely, I would never not consider reacting to it. If it wins one of the polls in the future, maybe I'll check it out, but one day, maybe. Oh, never mind. Just read that he's declared arbiter as punishment. Yes. Yeah. It's basically like because he failed, it's like being demoted to the Suicide Squad. He's basically, his punishment is to be a martyr, in a sense. He's sent on suicide missions, essentially. Which this clearly doesn't seem to be. So I don't know why it would be an arbiter. Because the arbiter is not a glory role. It's a role of shame and punishment. I really hope that Thor 5 will be good. Likewise. Hopefully better than Thor Love and Thunder. That's the least I can ask for right now. Proud you remembered dinner. Sometimes my memory work. Avatar 4 began filming last week. Hell yeah. A lot of people touting out what time it is, where they're at. I mean, there can be better options, but pepperoni pizza will always be good no matter what. So I mostly end up eating it anyway. Not a bad thing. Live action ATLA series looks stunning visually. I hope it just lands the mark on every other facet. So I have to confess, I like pineapple, and I'm tired of everyone saying it's bad. I'll say it sounds disgusting in my head, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. I didn't know that there were these series for Game of Thrones that they're doing. They're doing 9 voyages, 10,000 ships, and the Golden Empire. I don't think all of those, I think some of those have been mentioned, but I don't think all of those have been greenlit, though. Did you see the Jennifer David commercial? It was disappointing, mainly because of the writing. Rachel and Ross together, and that was it. I haven't seen shit. I've been on this live stream. I haven't seen anything. So he's not arbiter yet in the series. Well, I mean, they could. We don't know. These people don't know what the fuck they're doing sometimes. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic and giving the new writers and the new showrunner the benefit of the doubt. But I will tell you, the showrunners and the writing team from season 1 wouldn't know what the fuck they're doing, and for all I know, they would make him arbiter and think that it's the best role ever because it's the title. It's gotta mean it's cool, right? Because they're fucking dumb. The writers for the first season are dumb as shit. So, I don't know. They could make him the arbiter. They could find a reason to call him that now. It just wouldn't make sense unless it's a different arbiter. My God. Anyway, I saw that Tom Hiddleston is cast as Loki for Deadpool 3. I don't think that's true. It's not confirmed. I don't know how I feel about it unless that he appears in a little bit as a variant or God of Stories himself, since this is the multiverse. I don't think that's confirmed. What's up, huh? I'm a fan of yours from Iraq. Shouts out to Iraq. Calm down. I'm not a terrorist, even if I am one. I can't. I love that we just have so many people from all over the place, just in the community, man. It's so fucking cool. Gotta run. Good week all. Hope to see you next week. Likewise, right back at you, Jen. Great top 3. Mine is Cobra Kai, Breaking Bad, Friends. Cobra Kai is definitely in my top 10. That's 100% there. Because I have a lot of nostalgia to the Karate Kid movies. The first one has got to be one of my most watched movies. That's awesome. See, up until Cobra Kai, I had only seen the first movie and the next Karate Kid. I think I mentioned this in my videos at one point. It wasn't until Cobra Kai that I realized there was a Karate Kid Part 2 and Part 3. I only thought there was the Karate Kid and the next Karate Kid for, like, 20 years. I'm still worried about the Arbiter in the show because you play as him for like half of the game in Halo 2. So if the next season is Game 2, we'll end up following him for like 4 episodes. It's going to be expensive, but he should be the antagonist of the show. He should be our protagonist on the other side. Like, McKee needs to just die. Get out of the show. Like, we should be following Fel in the Covenant, and we should be following Chief and watching their... They should be our Aang and Zuko of this series. For real. That would be the thing to do. It's not the cheap thing to do. The cheap thing is to have a human character be your avatar for the Covenant, your voice of the Covenant. That's the cheap thing to do. The right thing to do would have been to making those two your protagonist, antagonist, or your protagonist, anti-hero thing. Like, they should have been the main characters of the show, like from the get-go. Silver Team and Thel. Or at least when we see the Covenant side of things, it should be from Thel's perspective, because he's the one leading all this shit. Or should be. Anyway, sorry, blah, blah, blah. It's its own timeline. I'm getting ready for work tomorrow in bed. Love the stream, and as always, look forward to your reactions for through the week. Well, take it easy. Hope work is good for you. Get some rest, and we'll see you next time. Regular show is definitely one of those shows you appreciate more as an adult, since the main characters are 23 years old. Yeah. To be 23 again. Have you met a famous person by accident and didn't know who they were and only found out who it was later? Has that ever happened to you? No, I've never had that happen to me. I have just met... would you call him famous? I met Bogdan, the car wash owner for Breaking Bad, on a trip to New Mexico. He was on my plane. He's not like famous, but it's hard not to recognize the guy with those eyebrows. But he was super nice. That was like just fucking random as all hell. That's really the only thing I could think. It's not the situation described, but that's the closest I've experienced to that. Regular Show is a great show. One of my favorite Cartoon Network shows. Highly recommend it. Anyone remember that game Phoenix Wright? Just started playing it, and it's more fun than it has any right to be. I've seen some playthroughs of it. It's a interesting little game, that's for sure. Surprisingly works. I'd recommend getting it just for the XP. My top 3 are Attack on Titan, BoJack Horseman, and Breaking Bad. Dude, Attack on Titan, so fucking good, man. So fucking good. It wasn't new. They released it a few days ago. I'm sure they'll replay it tonight. Our 3 shows: Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Doctor Who, and Firefly. I still need to watch Firefly one of these days, man. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Clone Wars, and I assume that is Better Call Saul. I do love Better Call Saul, like The Clone Wars. I've only seen, what, bits and pieces of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I met one of the country's famous comedians, and I didn't know until later I'm from South Africa. That's such an unfortunate circumstance, man. ATLA's very, very close. ATLA's like my number 4 on my top 10. And those top 4 can, well, those number 1 does not change. X-Files does not move. But 2, 3, and 4 can mix and match sometimes, depending on my thoughts and feelings. Caught up on the stream after I commented, went back 2 times to catch up. Didn't even know where the real story with Halo was when the games first came out, so any bit helps me better understand. Yeah, anything I can do to help, I'll try. I've only read bits and pieces from the books. I've read The Fall of Reach, which is mildly retconned. Mostly just the end is retconned a little bit by Halo Reach the game. But the relay that they're heading to, the Visegrad relay, I forgot, is the relay you go to as Noble Team in Reach. So if Noble Team's not in this, they could be using Cobalt Team as a substitute, which... oof! We'll see what happens, man. I can't wait to see what they do with it, though. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is really fun. Love Stephanie Beatrice. Rosa was my favorite. This question is for everyone. Why do you believe in the stereotype that Arabians are terrorists? It's 2024, people. I mean, I don't. I mean, ignorant fucking rednecks probably do. Still, I definitely do not. And not everybody is one extreme of their group, man. Shinoshio. I'm new here. I've been watching your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions. My favorite show of all time, so I'm glad you're really enjoying it, especially so early on. You're in for a ride. Yeah, man. I'm honestly kind of surprised I'm enjoying it as much as I am. I'm honestly, I thought it was overhyped. I was like, oh, this is probably going to be overhyped. This is one of these 22 episode things. This is like how I talk up the Arrowverse and all that kind of stuff all the time. But it's literally it's impressive. The show is impressive. B99 is peak TV. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is peak comedy, in my opinion. Community, I've never seen the Community at all. I don't even think I've seen clips from the Community at all. Favorite comedy shows of all time. You want random? Try finding Arya Stark in your hallway when taking the bins out in PJs. Oh gosh, really? What the fuck? That would be awesome. Literally bumped into John Cusack in Montreal in the streets. My friend told me afterwards, and I was so annoyed. He's very, very tall. That's all I remember. Like, I would argue, I mean, I can't really say because it's not really random. Well, I knew who they all were, so it's not even the same situation. Never mind. Omni, that's awesome. His reactions are great. Thank you. Man, I'm ready for the game. I want to see some points on the board. Somebody actually interested in the game. Let's go. My tops are Psych, Ted Lasso, and Friends. I've seen like half a scene of Psych, and it was just cycling through programming on a plane once. Godzilla x Kong seems to be confirmed runtime an hour from. Yeah, they confirmed that a couple days ago actually. You haven't seen Firefly? I have not seen it. No, I'm sorry. From the UK, I really don't understand the hype around the Super Bowl. I don't know. Top 5 Clone Wars, Batman the Animated Series, and Transformers Prime. All good choices, though I haven't seen Transformers Prime. You like the X-Files? You rarely mention it. Drink, everybody, for all the times I brought it up already. Hell, I'm wearing my X-Files 93 30-year anniversary shirt from the con. Since you love ATLA, I'm curious, were you a fan of Legend of Korra? I like Legend of Korra. I have problems with Legend of Korra. It definitely has a lot of flaws, but I enjoyed a bulk of it. That is for sure. It definitely is overhated. He totally doesn't call out every actor who he has ever seen in X-Files. Yeah, the second I recognize somebody, that's the connection I will make. On X-Files, I Want to Believe poster is the first poster I ever framed and put on my wall. Yeah, come on, right there. What's up, Luna? How you doing? Drink for the X-Files mention. What's my favorite PS exclusive game? Please say The Last of Us. I gotta think, like, what is... I gotta remember what is and what isn't technically a PS... So, The Last of Us is on PC now. Has it lost its exclusive status in this situation? Or should I ignore the PC ports? Because all of them are getting ports now. Because, I don't know, it's not that anymore. If we're going to get technical in that sense, I'm going to ignore the PC part of it, because all of them are coming to PC regardless anymore. So I'm going to remove that from my brain. On a technicality, I'm going to go with Kingdom Hearts 2, but more officially, The Last of Us. The Last of Us or Uncharted 4 are really, really high up there, along with Ghost of Tsushima. Here, have a bratwurst. You think animators are going to work through their asses when Luffy reaches Gear 5 in the live-action One Piece? See, I shouldn't know what that means, but I've seen pictures of it. And again, it goes back to what I was saying with how the hell they're going to do the anime-style power scaling in live action. It's going to get really fucking expensive. And I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm curious, though. I'm stoked that we'll be going back home soon. It's been nice since November. I got back home from work on the 27th of February. Been on the other side of the country, and I'm ready. It's always nice to kind of to come back home after a long time away. Ran into John Mayer in an elevator and said nothing out of fear I was just making it up. I kind of had a very similar situation when I was in the elevator with Chris Carter, though I knew it was Chris Carter. And it was at the convention, and me and all the other convention guests and a lot of the people for the convention were in the same hotel. So we ran into each other, like me and a bunch of other people, a bunch of the people from the show and creators and all that stuff, pretty frequently. He struck up the conversation. I just was like, la-di-da-di-da, I don't have literally the creator of my favorite show of all time, like, beside me. And then he was like, hey, what's up? Where are you from? How do I see your shirt? I was like, yeah, he's talking to me. Not the same situation, but close. I'll second the comment about consuming The Fault in Our Stars, but as a book over the movie, it was written by John Green. If you're familiar with the Green brothers, Hank and John Green, here on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not familiar with them at all in that context. Well, sorry, Sports Ball is having its season finale today. I was forgetting. I knew you'd like that. See the perks of being I've not seen Perks of Being a Wallflower either. With each new person you meet, there's a choice that must be made and be open about who you are and risk losing that relationship or keeping a part of you hidden to fit in. It's brutal for a teenager. Must be a line from one of them? Just say Ghost of Tsushima. It's better than The Last of Us on a gameplay front. They're very different. I don't know. I do love Ghost of Tsushima a lot, but I do love Ghost of Tsushima. It's a tough one, but I would probably still have to give it to The Last of Us. It's a little more punchy. You think Legend of Korra will get a live-action adaptation if the ATLA is successful, and do you think that some things could be different, and were you shocked that Korra was a lesbian? Well, I mean, I would assume she's bi by the end of it. But was I shocked? No. I mean, I mean, the show, as well as Korra, was always trying to figure out who she was. And as the Avatar, you're automatically open to ideas, concepts, and all things, and, you know, you're the bridge between all worlds, and she literally became the bridge between the sexes. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I mean, it was a good way to roundabout and kind of throw a little wrench in the whole bullshit triangle they had going on for a long time. Was I shocked? No, not at all. Not at all. I'm sure some things will be different, but will we get to a Legend of Korra? That all depends on this. It's got to stay successful and consistent, but if it does, we'll probably see it. Is there a lot in 2024 I should be hyped for? Because after Hazbin Hotel, the first half of this year seems so dull. I'm not sure what comes out this year, man. I always forget. I don't keep track of it. I remember like a week in advance half the time. The only big thing I can think of coming out immediately around the corner is Avatar: The Live Action. Bloodborne has to be my top exclusive. I still have never played Bloodborne. I played a little bit of Bloodborne. I need to play more of it though. At Hodor at the nearest hotel to a convention. Absolutely love him, man. Also huge. Yeah, he seems like such a real cool dude, man. I'll show new TV spots. Waiting for Deadpool. Let's go. Super Bowl is the American sport of coming together and bonding and watching the amazing game, even though you guys don't care for his ad. That is true. Very, very true. The quote was how Gwen Stacy lives. That's what makes her my favorite character, because she gets me. I can tell no one that I'm gay because I'm afraid that everyone will hate me. So that's a hard thing to go through. I know one of my friends, especially growing up in high school, was so afraid to tell any of us about it, but we all kind of knew. It was pretty much kind of a given. We all kind of knew, but you know, it took him years to ever finally tell us, and we were like, cool. Like, it was the most unresponsive. Like, well, we're glad you finally said something, but like, we're still here. It doesn't change anything at all. Like, it was like, it's just like all that worry that is placed upon you by just that fear of how, because you never know. Sometimes you never know how people are going to be. It's sad reality of life, unfortunately. I'm sorry you have to go through that, or felt that you've had to go through that, or that you've gone through that, or are going through that. Do you watch any other reaction videos or reaction channels? A lot. Too many. Pretty much the majority of what I watch when I'm not watching shows for the channel is watching other people's reactions. Real Rejects, Normies. I've been watching Alex Hefner a lot lately. You know, Chainsaw, Kyle, Katarn, Little Fun Girl Reacts, Angela, Angelina, sorry. Angela was Funny Girl Reacts. Angelina, Nat Gold. Like, I can just spew off so many, man. Vicuña, I've been watching her journey through Breaking Bad. Nick Reacts, Previewed, Struggle Nation. Like most of my recent watches are reaction channels. It is 1000% a queer-friendly space here, man. Evening from London. What's up, Vicky? Saw Doom Part 1 again today in IMAX. Excited for Part 2. Me too. I still need to see a movie in IMAX. I've still never seen a movie in IMAX. Were you shocked that Alloy is a lesbian? I didn't, because I knew all along since Zero Dawn. I've never played any of those games. So I don't know her character at all, really, except for some things I've just kind of seen in passing. But I did see, I think, a detail from the last one that kind of, I guess, confirmed that a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played any of those games, but I'm going to have to vacate. Dinner is ready. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to read everybody's messages. We weren't too far behind, but I gotta go. Stay tuned for what all trailers we do get today, but I'll see you all next weekend.